I'm writing a book.
Okay, maybe clarify that.
What happened? No, what happened is they making a book of. I kept a quote unquote like a journal or something when I was in there.
Yeah.
And it was only on. I did that for myself just because I wanted to hear shit that we used to be so bored in there, so you do all kind of shit you ain't think you could do. So I start writing shit down every day, and so Taz, my man, he thought it'd be a good idea. It's like man, if you don't mind, like if you could give me those shits that you wrote every day, I could make a book out of that. People want to see that. And I was like, honestly, Taz, I was like, I ain't do nothing. I was like, it would just be like, yeah, I went to the day room today, played cards, I whipped a nigga ass in Uno, like shit like that. Like he was like, man, if people want to read that, I was like, you sure? And I was like, I guess whatever. You never wrong, my nigga. So that's what the book is gonna be. So like I said, I ain't writing no book. Now my daughter, she wrote a book. Her and Bria, yeah, they wrote a book. But I ain't writing no book. I mean, that's what the book is. My jail journal, I guess. Yeah. Shout out Rikers Selton.
Was that rough, that transition?
Nah, man, them dudes cool as hell, man.
Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't rough at all, man. Them dudes cool, man. Everybody in there was cool. I didn't meet not one sour CO or none of that. Everybody was cool.
Yeah.
Everybody was cool, so I don't know if they made it, I ain't gonna, hell no, it didn't feel like home, but they made it cool.
But I was shocked when I remember it was like, were you gonna take it to trial and then you did settle and decide to accept the plea? I remember I went to the courtroom that day when you went in, I just couldn't believe you was gonna go in. Like, it was just, why did you decide that was the best thing to kind of take the deal?
Cause at the time, it's New York, and this is my interview, fuck it. It's New York, they don't play with them niggas, man. They don't play with niggas, man. They rappers too, with them pistols. They don't play with a nigga. Like, my nigga, it was 13 of us on the bus. You know what I mean? Like, they literally came to us and was like, they was blatant. They was talking to each other right in front. It was like, what's my Lil Wayne? Like, which one I'm Lil Wayne? You know what I mean? It's like, I think it's that one. They're like, okay, and they moved me to the side like that. And it was like, yeah, we putting the gun on you. So, once my lawyer explained to me how shit work out there, and like we probably we may not win, and I was like, that's too much for me. Probably it's too much, So I was like, I'll go ahead and sit down for them little 8 months, I ain't tripping. Yeah. I've been through a whole lot worse.
I feel you.
Yeah, I was married before. That was a joke, my nigga. That was a joke, my nigga. That was the most beautiful experience ever. Beautiful. I'm talking about the marriage. Yes.
And wonderful kids. Can we talk about two of your
He said I joked before I came out here, so don't be trying to like he said, not that I'm joking, my nigga. Toya kick my motherfucking ass.
Speaking of authority, because you always say like you're your own man, you don't like rules, you're used to doing your own thing. Everybody loves the deposition video that you did it leaked out on TMZ when you did an interview.
I do not recall.
To the best of my recollection, I cannot recall.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
Alright, I won't be saving it real well. Can we talk about that when you did that PSA? I thought that was amazing when Steve Jobs passed away. You did this video where you were talking about how you felt like, almost to me the message was like the world is very saturated and people, mimic things and don't really know where it comes from. Like, what, do you still feel that way about the world?
I mean, I'm always feel that way because I'm a person that has to deal with what we were talking about earlier, people comparing my new to my old, so I'm gonna always feel like that, because I'm gonna feel like, man, I've done a lot, so and people don't seem to forget what started or where it comes from or what, like you said, so I'm gonna always feel that way, yes. And they don't know that they sometimes they try to do the same thing and forget that it is quote unquote the same thing, so you have to understand that someone done it before you. I'm still not trying to tell you what's right from wrong. That's not my job. I'm a musician. I do that with my kids. You know what I mean? You better do that with yours.